Hi guys, so welcome back to isolation. I don't even know what day we're on right now. I thought I'd just check, see how isolation's going for you, how everything is going in your country, what's the story. My eye is super itchy, oh my god. Ooh. Angel was lying on my bed, that's my cat, and she left a few hairs, so I was just like using a lint roller to try and get them off there now, and her hair makes my eyes itchy and my skin itchy and my throat scratchy and everything. She just makes me want to cough and stuff. And in the time that's in it, it's not really good to be going around coughing. I haven't left my house now in 3 days, like officially have not left my house. Other than going into the back garden, going for like a little walk around. I haven't even been out for a walk, and I know you probably should be, but at this stage I'm kind of like terrified of meeting people and everything. Like I'm like afraid to, obviously people are great at keeping their social distance and stuff, but I'm just even afraid like to go around my house in a state if I meet someone, like stand, like there's this whole thing, even though this is going on in my back of my head, of being rude, but like keep your social distance. The situation here in my life is, obviously, let's start with the minor things first, or like the first world problems. I have obviously no nails. I'm losing all my nails. I have 4 on this hand and I have 3 on this hand, so we're not doing too great with the on nail situation. My nails have been on for 6 weeks now. I haven't been able to get them done for ages, and just the way what work was and everything, I couldn't even get in to get them done anyway before we were put into isolation, so that's where I'm at. I'm breaking out in eczema pretty bad actually. I put tan on today and I shouldn't have done that, but I didn't realize how bad it was. It was just like scratchy, but like all my arm here is covered in eczema. All here is eczema. I have it in my scalp, I have it in my, or like my, not my scalp, but like the front of my head here. I have it in my elbows, at the back of my elbows I mean, and starting to irritate my skin now. So I put tan on because I was like, oh, let's put tan on today, but now I literally just put it on right before this video, and then I just seen the way it came up, so I'm going to hop into the shower and I think wash it off. I did my makeup because I was practicing Instagram makeup. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I was watching some of the girls on Instagram doing their makeup in some videos and stuff, and I was like, I want to like try and recreate that. I think I'm going to maybe do a video on it. Look at my little hun bun, you can see it in the mirror behind. Yeah, we're sporting hun bun, like nothing else is happening right now. Can't get my hair done, obviously. These are like obviously the most minor issues ever. Just doing things like playing board games. My sister's in quarantine because, as you may or may not know, thank God she got home from Bali. She went out there like, well, she went to Thailand like end of January. And I know like this was all going on, and I spoke about it in my last video, but hello guys, we had no idea of like how big this was going to be. I have a hot water bottle as well, just in case you wonder what that is. So yeah, we had no idea how big this thing, this virus was going to be. I had no concept of it at all, and I think just being young and stuff, you're like, ah look, it's not in this country, it's fine. I think there was like 1 or 2 cases in Italy at the time when my sister was heading off, and it's just a thing that you do. Everybody does silly things when we're not sure of like the extremities of it, and you don't know how serious it is because you are in the dark really, I suppose, and everybody was in the dark at that stage. We just knew it was a virus, but we didn't know the severity of it. I mean, there's viruses constantly, people pick them up, and I guess we just didn't know the severity of it. And my sister most certainly would have not went traveling if she knew how severe it was. We do stupid things. She did a stupid thing traveling, but anyway, she's in quarantine at the moment. She's staying at her boyfriend's house, and her quarantine is up in like a few days, so I think she'll be fine. So everybody's working from home. My boyfriend's been working from home for a while, 2 weeks I think, and his brothers are all working from home. Everybody's kind of working from home at the moment. My daddy's been working from home too, and myself included. I had to go into the office this week one day. I had to do a couple of like documents that I could not do from home, and I don't have access to the server. I kind of do now, but I didn't have access to our server at the time, so I couldn't work from home. I mean, now I'm 100% working from home, but I went into the office and I was like terrified going in. I feel like I've become a lot more wary of people since all of this is broken out, and kind of wary of being around people, and I think I've become sort of reclusive. I mean, it's not a bad thing because this is the situation that we're at, but I'm quite comfortable working from home. I've done it for 3.5 years. I'm okay with it. But the difference between this And when I was working from home was I obviously went out 2, 3, 4 times in a day, maybe like multiple times. I went out for runs. I would go like even to Penny's. I would go get coffee. I would call over to my boyfriend in the evenings. I would do lots of different things. I was out of the house most of the time. It was just like filming for maybe 5 hours, and then it was like editing for like 2, 3 hours in a day. So I would get my 8 hours of work in, but I was staggered throughout the whole entire day, so it was completely different. Whereas now it's actually much more difficult to work. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, I think my mindset, I think the way I am at the moment is I'm quite stressed. Obviously I'm reading way too much on social media, so I've limited that in the last 3 days, I would say, the amount of media I'm actually consuming and articles and stuff I'm reading. I just find that before that I was getting so stressed out. I think with my sister, whatever, that was 10 days ago in Bali trying to get home, that really stressed me out as well. I was nearly sick, stressed with that. I'm trying to do like positive things. So meditation is what I'm going to do every single morning. I used to do it like, I don't know what happened to me in the last like 6 months. I haven't been doing it much at all. So meditation or morning meditations. My granddad was big on morning meditations. Like mum said that he always meditated. My grandfather is 96 years of age. He's in full health. He's great. He's fine. He's at home. My uncle is the only person going over to my grandparents' house because my grandmother's on dialysis, so somebody has to bring her to dialysis, and my uncle is the only person that's around her, so she is in great health. My grandfather's in great health as well, thank God, because if anything ever happened to them, and staying away from them for them. But I do miss my nanny so much and my granddad. I miss them a lot. I've been talking to her on the phone, and mum has been Skyping and stuff like that, so my nanny can Skype which is kind of great. But I do miss just interacting with her and giving her a hug and stuff, but again, it's for her own good. I haven't seen my sister as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing her when her quarantine is over. So that is my personal state of affairs. I think when you're in your own little isolation bubble, you kind of think that the world is going on outside, but it's not. You have to kind of remember that. I think that's kind of, I have like FOMO from nothing. So normally I would be like, oh, people are like getting coffees and shopping, and oh, I want to be doing that, and people are going on hikes and, you know, going to the sea, and people are going to the lakes, and I'm not doing any of that, and people are like traveling around the country, but nobody's doing anything. Like none of my friends have even left. I haven't seen loads of my friends, obviously, because of the isolation, but a lot of my friends are pregnant at the moment. Well, 2 of my close friends are pregnant, so they are staying well away from everyone before even we were told to isolate. And one of my friends is a school teacher, so as soon as she was told that the schools were closing, she was like staying indoors. So that's kind of what's going on in my life. How is everything going on with you at home? I hope like everything's really well with you guys, and I really want to kind of check in with you regularly just to see how you're getting on, and it kind of helps me as well in my own mindset, because I am a little bit stressed. Like I don't know why, like sometimes I feel like I'm gonna burst out crying, and that is why I'm trying not to read things. And like last night when in Ireland they bring in the news bulletins. I'll talk about Ireland in a brief moment, but they do give us bulletins every evening about the people who have contracted it and people who have passed away from the virus. So I think, oh, there's my belly, I need to eat. I think that's stressing me out big time, because I'm really upset over obviously people losing their lives, and then over the people contracting it, and then I'm just thinking of the healthcare workers, and that's like stressing me out as well. So I'm trying not to, like I said, consume too much media. So that's all that. Let's talk about Ireland. So I guess we're the same as everybody else in the whole entire world. We're on complete and utter isolation, pretty much lockdown. Everything has closed this week. Our Taoiseach, which would be like our Prime Minister, he's called the Taoiseach because obviously it's Oscar. He's fantastic. I can't commend him enough. And up until now I was like, oh, we need like a new government. We were voting for a new government there in February. So February or January maybe, and I was like, we need a new government, we need a switch up, we need a change. And now I'm just like, wow, he is fabulous. I don't know what we would have done without him being in government. He is fabulous. Like he's doing so well. Our ministers for health are doing really good. Our minister for transport, everybody's pulling together in this country, and it's just really amazing to see. People are staying indoors. Up until I'd say Sunday, people were very loose about, you know, they'd stay indoors, but they were going to places like Glendalough. They were going on hikes. I myself even went to Ticknock, but we went up to Ticknock and then we were there and we're like, there's like way too many people here. So we found the most secluded walk we could go on, which was literally through the forest. I nearly broke my ankle going over rocks, but we didn't. I think we met like maybe like 2 people when we were walking around, so we were fine. But I won't be doing that again. I just thought, oh, secluded walk, fine, would be grand, but you really can't be walking much further than your local like shop or whatever it may be. And Glendalough was closed. They've stopped people coming up there because there was too many. Powers Court was overrun. They're just kind of like shutting down outdoor things now, whereas like the hair salons, non-essentials have been all closed. So the only things that are open are grocery stores currently, pharmacies, and building sites randomly. I know obviously building needs to continue on, but I think that they're getting to the stage where they can't keep away from each other on a building site, so they're worried in the government that it's a, what's it called, a hub or a hive I think it is, for contamination. So they're worried about that as well. So that's kind of probably the next thing that's going to go. You can still get your diesel, which is grand, but the...
My apologies. I couldn't hear what you said.
What? How does it... Sometimes my watch does that. I don't know how it's doing it. It's like, it starts talking to me. I'm like, I didn't even press anything on you. Anyway, they're warning people about the petrol pumps and the diesel pumps as well, just to make sure you wear gloves while you're at them, because they are like a breeding ground for the virus. So we were told initially that it was going to be the 29th that our isolation needed to continue until. That Sunday. They have extended it to, I think, the 19th of April, the 17th, something like that, sometime in April. Honestly, I can't see it lifting then either, and that's grand. Like, I'm happy out with that. There was some rumours about pubs and stuff having people coming in the back doors and having little lock-ins. I don't know how true that is. It could be just a rumour. It's a rumour around my area that it was happening, but I just don't think it's true. It seems too far-fetched. Really, honestly, it does. Like gyms and all that, like they have extended memberships and stuff, and you don't have to pay monthly now, because obviously we don't know when this is going to happen. But I can't see any gyms or any like swimming pools or football clubs or anywhere where you're going to be quote close to people. The end of the summer is a push. I would even hazard autumn time. I know that's mad, but I really feel like it's going to be September, October, like Christmas time. Like, I just can't see anything opening up anytime soon, not at the rate that there's growth. I know in China there were 50 days in isolation, not to terrify anybody, but that was the length of time that people were staying indoors, and I feel like, you know, that's probably the length of time that we're gonna have to do it. And I don't care, because as long as my nanny's staying healthy and well, and my loved ones, like my mum has underlying health conditions, my dad does, my boyfriend's mum does, my boyfriend's brother does, both of our nans are, you know, they're quite elderly. My granddad's 96, for God's sake. Like, I am not going to put anybody at risk by going out or breaking isolation. And same with the healthcare professionals and stuff, like, and people on the front line. Like, I don't want to be risking things like that. So stay at home for as long as you can, because honestly there are tons of things to do. You'll find them. I've organized my whole wardrobes today, and I am going to clean out my car later on. And the other thing I need to do is properly give my room a good clean and get rid of cosmetics, get rid of hair care stuff. I have a lot of stuff kind of building up, and I want to do all that and kind of keep myself busy. I'm obviously still working in my job that I started, which is really random, because they were all saying, oh my god, what a weird time for you to start. You've just started working, now you're kind of working from home. I don't mind. I am happy out doing it. I just check in my computer every hour into my emails just to make sure that there's nothing I need to catch up on, and no updates. And if there is updates, I'll just deal with them then. And yeah, that's all I'm kind of doing with YouTube. Like I said, a little bit stressed at the moment to kind of sit down and just film a beauty video. My head is like spinning with all the information. That's why I said I'm just trying to like reduce the amount of information. I'm trying not to look at too many things. Like today I looked at something about like China, like some of the people that had been cured or had recovered have now been reinfected. So I'm just trying to not look at stuff like that, because that just really bothers me and it's just worrying me. But I'm just trying to keep positive, keep proactive. Mum and I are going to make some cupcakes right now, which I'm very excited about. Then I'm going to make some shortbread, what's it called? Shortbread? No, millionaire shortbread tomorrow. I love that. It's so nice, you know, with the chocolate and the caramel layer. Ooh, I love it. My dad is the only person that's leaving the house to get groceries. He loves grocery shopping anyway, like he does it in my home house all the time. I was looking at clothes today on Pretty Little Thing, but that was just to kind of like keep me occupied. I was going through all the clothes and stuff, but I actually am feeling that I just don't need anything. I felt like that for a while anyway, but I feel definitely now I'm just kind of like, I couldn't be bothered with new earrings or a new top or new like joggers or anything like that. I have enough of everything, and you know, I'm pretty content, so that's kind of another thing. Anyway, I have rambled on for probably nearly 20 minutes and I've actually done nothing, and a vlog would be definitely more interesting coming from me if I'm doing things. So I'm going to try and vlog some of the baking my mum and I are going to do, and when my sister is finally able to return home, I'll do some vlogs with her, maybe something like that. I'll think of fun things to do. But YouTube beauty videos, I have plenty of them, and I will get back into the swing of doing it. It's just at the moment, the way my head is at, I have no motivation for it. Apologies. I do have other content pre-filmed, and I'll get that up because it was all pre-filmed when I got my job initially, so I could upload for you guys. So anyway, I hope you are all keeping really safe. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're looking after your mental health, your physical health. I hope that you're looking after each other, and don't forget, like, this is gonna end someday. Take everything day by day. Don't look down the line. I know it's impossible and hard to do right now because a lot of people have money issues right now. It's a big thing in this country, obviously. A lot of people are worrying about like what's going to happen when this is all over, but just try not to think about it, because I think that's what was giving me anxiety. I was like, what the hell's gonna happen when the world gets back up and running, and like money and everything like that, because I've lost like about 4 sponsorships in the last 3 weeks because the companies I was working with are just not able to, they're not able to work, obviously, to do the sponsorship. And my agency, they're not working either. Like, they're working remotely and stuff, but they're not in the offices. It's just, so I understand money issues, I really do. Don't panic, don't worry, we're all kind of in the same boat. I know that's easier said than done, but it's just the state of the world that we're in right now. And I'm sending all my good thoughts and well wishes to everybody out there. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will talk to you in an updated video in a few more days, and I'll try and do more fun vlogs for you guys. Love you guys.